Imagine a credit card that charges you $895 a year before you've bought a single thing. Most card companies are desperate to waive fees and throw sign-up bonuses at you. American Express does the opposite. It raised its platinum fee to $895, a 29% jump. And here's the twist that matters if you own the stock. The more expensive it gets, the more people want it. Amex's card fee revenue has grown double digits for 30 straight quarters. So today, let's break down the business model behind ticker AXP, why it's fundamentally different from a normal bank, why Warren Buffett has held it for decades, and the risks you need to watch before you buy. Part 1. The model. Most banks that issue credit cards have one quiet hope, that you go into debt. They make their money on interest, installment plans, revolving balances, late fees. If you pay in full every month, a typical bank barely makes anything off you. American Express is a different animal, and this is the first thing to understand as an investor. Amex doesn't really run on your debt. Think of it less like a bank and more like a premium membership club, where the credit card is just the entry ticket. Its revenue rests on 3 pillars. Pillar 1, merchant fees, the core cash cow. Every time you swipe, the merchant pays a fee, and Amex's cut is meaningfully higher than Visa's or MasterCard's. So why do merchants accept it? Because Amex cardholders spend more per transaction and spend more often. Bigger baskets cover the higher fee, and the merchant still comes out ahead. This is Amex's largest revenue source. Pillar 2, card fees, rock solid, recurring revenue. That nearly $900 fee isn't just a charge, it's a membership fee for a bundle of perks: airport lounges, hotel upgrades, statement credits, concierge service. For investors, this line is gold because it's recurring and largely resistant to economic cycles. Sign a member up, and a big chunk of the year's revenue is locked in on day one. In fiscal 2025, net card fees grew 18% to nearly $10 billion. Pillar 3, interest income, almost an afterthought. Amex leans on charge cards and premium members who pay in full. It isn't trying to profit from you falling behind. Its entire incentive is to get you to spend more often. So here's the one line to remember. Ordinary banks want you in debt so they earn interest. Amex wants you spending freely so it earns fees. Completely different machines. Part 2, the moat. Here's the part that makes Amex hard to copy, the closed loop. A normal card transaction is an open loop. It passes through roughly 4 different institutions: the issuing bank, the acquiring bank, and the network in between, and each one takes a slice. The profit gets thinner at every layer. Amex does it all itself. It issues the card, runs the network, and deals directly with the merchant. No middlemen splitting the take. That gives Amex 2 structural advantages Visa and MasterCard simply can't match. First, it keeps the entire profit chain, which is exactly why it can charge merchants a higher rate and still win. Second, it owns the full spending data, every habit, every category, every pattern. That data sharpens its underwriting and risk control, and it's a moat the open-loop networks structurally cannot build. Part 3, the numbers. If you're evaluating Amex, here's the fiscal 2025 scorecard. Revenue, $72.2 billion, up 10% year over year, a record. Net income, $10.8 billion. Total card spending for the year, about $1.67 trillion. And net card fees, nearly $10 billion, up 18%. That 30-quarter double-digit streak. And critically, for a 175-year-old company, the customer base is getting younger. Amex says millennials and Gen Z now make up the majority of its new consumer accounts, and younger customers are driving a fast-growing share of its spending. These are people who want to pay for premium status, which feeds right back into Pillar 2. On risk control, Amex consistently posts one of the lowest credit loss rates among big U.S. card issuers. In the Fed's stress test, it has screened as best in class on projected losses. The reason is simple. Its members skew high income with strong ability to repay, so delinquencies stay low and profits stay stable. And here's the Buffett tell. Berkshire Hathaway is Amex's largest shareholder at around 21%, and Buffett has held it for decades as one of his core long-term compounders. When investors ask, is this a durable franchise? That ownership is a pretty loud answer. Part 4, the risks. No business is bulletproof, so let's be honest about 4 things to watch. 1. It's pro-cyclical. Amex is tied to high-end travel, dining, and hotels, and in a real downturn, that's exactly the spending that pulls back. 2. The premium segment is a knife fight. Chase, Capital One, and others keep launching high-end cards to poach affluent customers, which forces Amex to keep sweetening benefits, and that can squeeze margins even as fees rise. 3. Rewards are a liability. Unredeemed points and credits sit on the balance sheet as a contingent liability, and a wave of redemptions can create profit volatility. 4. Regulation. Global regulators keep circling card merchant fees, and since that's pillar one, any crackdown hits the core. Step back, and Amex has never really sold a credit card. It sells status, service, and a frictionless premium experience, and it's done a version of that since 1850, when it literally moved cash and valuables by wagon before inventing the traveler's check, and then in 1958, the card. While competitors fight over low prices and mass volume, Amex went the other way, own the top of the wealth pyramid, and take premium service to the extreme. So for investors, the bull case is a recurring fee, closed-loop, low-loss franchise with a younger customer base and Buffett in the boat. The bear case is a cyclical bet exposed to competition and regulation. Where you land is your call. If you want the follow-up where I run the actual Amex valuation and compare it to Visa and MasterCard, hit subscribe and drop AXP in the comments.